Good morning. We are live from Disney's Wilderness Lodge Resort. I always mix up the two. We're in Wilderness Lodge. And let me tell you, this tree is stunning. I'm so happy to be here this morning. Happy Monday. We got Lynette in the chat. Good morning, good morning. I hope you're staying nice and toasty up north. I know that the temperatures are very cold. I was just in New York, so I understand it's a bit chilly up there. But happy Monday. So excited to be here. If my voice goes in and out, it's because every single person in New York was sick. So I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a cold. But we're here. Happy to be here. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, all the things. We're excited for 2026, starting a new year. And you know what? It's just still gorgeous here in Disney. So I'm excited to take you around Wilderness Lodge this morning. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do. Consider subscribing and turning on the bell for all notifications so you'll be notified every time I go live. Hey, we got Mrs. T3 in the house. Good morning. Thanks for being here. For those that don't know me, hi, I'm Lauren. Hey, good morning, Mark. We go live typically every Monday morning, and it's Motivational Monday. Hey, Captain Kirk, good morning. And I talk about all things that I've been reading. I do a lot of self-help, personal development books, nonfiction. So I bring that to all of you and like to share my own personal experiences, things from podcasts and all that. But yeah, so last Monday, unfortunately, I totally forgot that I was going to be in the air flying to New York, so couldn't do a live stream last week. Sorry I missed that. But the week prior, we did talk about our one word for 2026. I've been doing this, I want to say over 10 years. Like it's been a decade that I've been choosing a one word for every single year. And we talked about how people come up with New Year's resolutions and it's great for the first 30 days. And then come February, we forget about it, we lose motivation, all that. So if you didn't check out the one word stream, that was my last stream. So after this one, definitely go back and check that out. I go through the book. There is a book. It's super short, less than 100 pages. There's pictures on the pages. So if you're not a reader, it is a fast read. And I go through all the components of selecting your one word, or let me rephrase, drawing your one word to you, because your one word does choose you, in my opinion. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely do that, because we're going to talk a little bit about some of that today. We're going to talk about a book that I've been reading, The Mastery of Self. So we're going to talk about that. Hey, WDW Stream Finder, welcome. Early birds, yes. Thank you. All my little early birds. Let me turn the camera around so you can take a look at this beautiful tree again. Because honestly, this is one of my favorite resorts during Christmas time because they do such a great job decorating. And like, look at this tree though. Are you kidding me? When was it? A couple weeks ago before Christmas, my friends and I actually did a staycation at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and we took some pictures in front of their tree at Jumbo House. And honestly, the pictures came out so amazing. If you haven't checked them out, you can follow me on Instagram. It's at LearningWithLau55. I've been posting a lot more on there recently. So if you want to check that out and subscribe or follow me there, that would be great. Hey, we got Disney Daddy-O. Welcome. Yeah, Captain Kirk, I agree. The decor here is ridiculous. Let me just like pan over. I mean, come on, with all the garland that's lit up on the sides. It's just very like homey, I feel like. So beautiful. And even the chandeliers just in general are gorgeous. And then just of course with all of the Christmas decor, it just really looks gorgeous. I do want to hear from you guys. How is the audio today? Aside from my voice not being the best, I did turn off the Bluetooth before we started streaming because I feel like that helped a little bit last time. But let me know how the audio sounds. I just don't want it to be like muffled, or I think we said last time it sounded like I was like underwater or something. Just let me know how the audio sounds to make sure that like we're good to go, and we'll start walking around. But this is so nice, and they have a lot of like seated areas here in this lobby. Yeah, Lynette, the fireplace is gorgeous. I don't know if it's on. We're gonna take a walk over there. They have a beautiful wreath above it. Thank you, Captain Kirk. But just this resort in general is honestly one of my favorites. And Geyser Point, if you've never been to Geyser Point, I'm going to take you by it outside. It's one of my favorite. Technically, it would be the pool bar here on property. And you can see fireworks at night. You can sit during the day and just like look out at the lake. They have amazing food, great drinks and mocktails if you are into that. But it's probably my favorite spot to just sit and relax and have a bite to eat and a mocktail and all the things. So if you haven't been there, you should definitely check it out. It's one of my faves. So let's get a closer look at the tree because it's super cute. It's giving me like Canada vibes with the moose right there. Super cute. Captain Kirk, is there a miniature gingerbread house? There's something going on over here, so we're gonna check that out too. I'm not sure. This is my first time here for this season. Oh yeah, the fireplace is on. Oh my God, it's so nice. We got the wreath. And like I said, we are gonna talk about the book, The Mastery of Self, in just a few minutes. But like, let's take this in, okay? This is very, very nice. Ugh. But yes, good morning, happy Monday. This is a weird time, guys. We are in the limbo period between Christmas and New Year's. We don't know what day it is, but I'm telling you it's Monday. Yesterday, I totally forgot was Sunday. I'm like, what's happening? What are we doing? And yeah, it's an interesting time. We're all like, I hope everybody's okay. Like, give me a thumbs up, give me a check-in in the chat. Like, we're hanging on, we're doing okay. We survived time with our families. Like, the craziness of the holidays came to a close. Just throw something in the chat and just give me a, you know what, give me a rating on a scale from 1 to 10. How we feeling this morning? 10 being absolutely amazing. You're on top of the world. You feel great. 1 being, you know, this is a low point in my day. I'm not feeling my best. Maybe it's physically, emotionally, health-wise, whatever it is. But 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Yeah, it's so toasty over here. Just give me a little check-in in the chat. I want to see how everybody's doing. I would say, regardless of how my throat is killing me and my voice is a little wonky, I'd say I'm a solid 7, which isn't bad because I didn't get much sleep last night. Yeah. All right, Mrs. T3, we got a 7 in the house. Solid 7 3/4. All right, I'll take it. I feel like there should be some sort of gingerbread something going on here because they have this, and I don't know if they had this last year, but you can get some snacks, some tasty treats, and typically, oh, it's just a ginger snap cookie. I don't know. Sometimes they have like, you know, the shingle of the gingerbread house here for purchase, but I'm not seeing it. But looks like some nice treats that you can get here in the lobby. It's open daily from 2 to 9 p.m. We got some trees over here. Like, they do a great job. Like, I just love this resort in general. It just, you can sit here, curl up with a good book. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Take a look at this beautiful tree too. Lynette is a 6, a little backache. Hot shower should help. All right, yeah, I like it. Hot shower for sure. I'm gonna need that today as well. We got a little bridge. You know how I feel about bridges. And you know what I like? You know what you can do if you're staying here, or even not, like if you're just coming to check out the resort, you're having a bad day, you know? Stand on one side of the bridge, think to yourself, all right, what are the things I want to release and let go? And where do I want to be? And just think about that as you cross the bridge, because you're going to leave it on one side. And by the time you get to the other side, it's like you're stepping into a new version of yourself. So come on now. Here we go. And we're going to look back and be like, all right, bye. I'm not going to have that version of myself anymore. Right? We just went over the bridge. Oh, I'm so sorry. Taking up space. All right. So let's go for a little walk outside. I'm going to be honest. It's a little chilly for me, and I'm not feeling 100%. So we'll see how it goes. If I am too cold and I'm feeling it, we're going to come back inside. But there's lots to see inside as well. Let me just wrap myself in this gorgeous scarf. Where did I get it, you ask? Well, I made it because in 2025, I said, I want to learn how to crochet, and I made this, okay? I got to get back into it. And Captain and Lady Kirk did send me a kit on how to make a blanket. So I have to get to that before it's summer again, and I don't really need the blanket. But yeah, we got the scarf, we got the hat, we're good to go. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm really proud of my scarf. Okay, Mark Mueller, 6.5 due to a little chest congestion. Yeah, I feel you on that. Everybody, let's get that vitamin C in, okay? They have those immunity shots at like every grocery store now that I've been like mainlining because I just really feel good after I take them. So I encourage you, vitamin C, do the immunity shots, drink lots of water. Eric, good morning. New York was very fun. I'm going to put out some more content with that because I ended up staying a little bit longer than I wanted to because I got snowed in and my flight was canceled. So that was fun. Hey, look at that. WW Streamfinder bridge worked. I was at a 7 on the other side and now I am an 8. Oh my gosh, look at that. Changing lives from the other side of the screen. I'm so glad you're feeling better already. And what I like to do as well, because water is very cleansing and purifying, if you're having a bad day, hop in the shower. Not literally, get into the shower in a safe way. And just think about, as the water's like falling on your head, just think about how you are washing away all of the crap that you've been holding on to, right? And you're just like cleansing and purifying yourself. That really helps me. And sometimes, have a good cry in the shower. That's okay. Totally fine. The salt is good as well. So either walk over a bridge, take a shower. You'll feel amazing after that. But again, you have to be intentional, think about, what you want to release, what you want to let go, and think about where you want to be once you exit the shower or get to the other side of the bridge. And that's super powerful because as we've talked about many, many times, your mind is everything. Okay, let's take a look at this. I like to show the activities. Okay, hold on. Storytime yoga, Friday at 9 a.m. It looks like that might be more of a family yoga event, but that's pretty cool. Ooh, campfire. I'm going to show you where that is. It's near Geyser Point. Nightly from 6 to 7. That's super fun. Mickey tie-dye, all the things. Some things do require some moolah, but I will tell you with the marshmallow roasting at the campfire, I know that they sell those kits so you can make s'mores, but I'm pretty sure they give you free marshmallows to roast. My friends did that when we stayed over at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and it was super cute. Looks like the pool is super heated with that fog and mist coming off of the pool. The sun is rising. We're gonna go over there and check it out because it's freaking gorge. And let's take a little look over here at this little stream that we got going. stream on the stream. And I promise you, we are going to talk about the book, The Mastery of Self. This is the same water coming from the lobby, goes all the way down. Again, we're on a bridge. Little optical illusion here because it's not going, I mean, this is different water going into the pool, but you'll see it does come out. I'm going to show you the end of the stream. It goes by the geyser, hence the lounge name, Geyser Point. But come on, look how cute. These people decorated the balcony with lights for Christmas. This resort is absolutely stunning, obsessed. But any time of year, it's like, I just love it. I love this resort. Can't say enough. Enough good things about it. Gonna remind you again, if you haven't already hit that like button, please do. It's good karma. Like, we need some good karma these days. All right, so hit that like button. Share the stream with a friend. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are a judgment-free zone here at Learning with Law. We have a great community, great chat. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Love connecting with all of you. All right, here we go. So we have one of the pools behind us. This, I believe, is like the spa area. There's also a restroom here. And then we are coming up to Geyser Point, which is right over here. And we're going to see the beautiful sunrise. Oh. So then over here is the geyser. And I'm not sure what time it starts, but I think like once an hour it, oh, of course. Fire Rock Geyser is not currently operating. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, here's the stream. And typically it shoots up right over there, but I guess it's under construction. That's okay. Look at that sunrise. Okay. So here's Geyser Point. Again, one of my faves. I am drinking this super slow today. I don't know if they just like me over at Dunkin' Donuts, but I felt like they gave me an entire full cup of espresso. And I looked on the side and I'm like, it does say double, right? Like I didn't get a quadruple. It says double espresso, but like they hooked me up. So Geyser Point is here. Again, amazing lunch and dinner. And then you have this ridiculous view. What's better than that? I don't know. And I'm assuming all of these are wet. Yeah. But I'm going to sit on this rock over here and kind of take it in because this is gorgeous. So beautiful. Again, I want to acknowledge all of you for being here, taking time out of your Monday, taking time out of your morning for you. And honestly, I feel like this year I really tapped into that for myself, setting boundaries and really being intentional with who I'm spending my time with, how I'm spending my time. So I hope that you all, especially now at the end of the year, can reflect on like, how do you want your 2026 to go? Like, what things do you need to leave in 2026 and what things do you want to carry with you? I'm sorry, what things do you want to leave with you in 2025 and what do you want to carry into 2026? Thank you, Lynette. Yeah, don't look too closely at the scarf, but I think I did a pretty good job. So peaceful and so gorgeous, yes. And what I like to do sometimes is shut it so that you guys can just take in a quiet moment, just looking out at this beautiful scenery. And I want you all to just take a minute or 30 seconds to set your intentions for the day or the week or the month or the upcoming year, or have a moment of prayer, whatever you want, a moment of reflection. And I'm gonna zip it and just have you take it all in, a little moment of silence. Good morning, Thomas Canner Jr. Welcome, welcome. And we are going to chat a little bit about the book that I've been reading, The Mastery of Self. You can check out the full title and author's name in the description below if you're interested in reading this book. I had said on previous streams that I did try and read this book many years ago, but just like anything, sometimes you do things and it's like not the right timing in your life, or you read something or you experience something and then years later you realize, wow, like you can look at it with a fresh perspective. And that's kind of what I did with this book. I don't know if I was in the right headspace to read it years ago, but now I'm like fully engrossed in the book, and I highly recommend it. I haven't even gotten halfway through it yet, but there's so much like rich information and so much that I'm taking away that like I can't get through it because I'm writing everything down. But it's so amazing. Yeah, the fog is definitely lifting. It was heavy, heavy fog this morning, that's for sure. But yeah, it's a gorgeous sunrise. We do have this new construction over in the distance. There's going to be like a new resort over at Fort Wilderness that's getting like mixed reviews from the people that already, have their campsites there. They're not too happy with like the idea of an actual hotel on that same resort. But it is what it is. Progress is inevitable, right? We have to progress and grow, and Walt said it as well. Like, it's part of evolution, right? This is a perfect spot. I love it. Again, we are right by Geyser Point. So even if you're sitting here or even sitting at the bar, you can just like look out at this gorgeous view any time of day. You can see the Magic Kingdom fireworks off in the distance. Okay, so you have the Contemporary over there, but you can see the fireworks. Obviously, it's not like a front row seat to it, but you do get exposure to fireworks, which is really nice. Oh, gorgeous sunrise. We're gonna walk around a little bit, but again, like I said, I'm feeling not the best, so I do want to get inside so I don't, feel worse than I'm already feeling right now. So we talked about how we have our one word for 2026. My one word is flow, and on so many levels, I feel like it really resonates with me. Flowing inward and flowing outward, right? We're able to, and I've been using this phrase, go with the flow. It's more of like a release for me, because I do like to take control. But I also see things flowing inward, abundance coming towards me. So my focus for 2026 is flow. And again, if you did not watch last week's stream, we walked through Celebration, Florida, which is about 10 to 15 minutes from Disney property. So if you haven't checked that area out, I highly suggest it. It's a great little town. We took a look at Christmas decorations, and we talked about how to select your one word for 2026. I had some special guests on my stream as well, and you can check that out after this stream. All right. Let's jump into the book. So I'm reading The Mastery of Self. We're talking about energy. We're talking about being the best versions of ourselves. And this book says everything very, I don't want to say matter-of-factly, but it just states it. And I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty easy. But, it is something that you need to practice, right? It's not something that's just going to come to you because you've read the book. And that's, I feel like, with this stream and with the things that I talk about too, like, just because you know the information doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to apply it. You have to take those actions, and take those steps forward. So in the book, it talks about how energy is contagious. And I think this is important to talk about based on, I know all of you have probably spent a lot of time with friends and family over this holiday season. And honestly, if you didn't notice, energy of other people can kind of latch onto you, whether it's positive or negative, right? And I hope that every Monday I'm giving you that positive energy that is contagious, and not giving you any of that negativity. We want to start our day out on the right foot. But sometimes we're around people that kind of suck that positivity out of you, right? And bring you down a little bit. So just being mindful of the people you spend your time with, setting those boundaries, and just being aware of like, okay, why am I feeling this way? Is this something that is appearing in my own thoughts negatively, or is it coming from an outside source? And then you can adjust accordingly. We have our next somewhere. Good morning. Ooh. Thanks for streaming this morning. Orlando looks a lot nicer than 25 and light snow currently happening with high winds here in Michigan. Oh my goodness. I am sending you all the warm, positive vibes over there in Michigan. I hope you are bundled up. I was just in New York last week, so I feel your pain of being cold. Definitely. I was telling my parents, from the moment I landed in New York to the moment I left, like I didn't warm up. The entire time I was very cold. So I get it. That's very frustrating. But it is winter. It's that time of year. You got to come down here to sunny Florida and take it all in, right? Look at this cute little area here with the candy canes. I want to see what this photo op spot looks like. Oh, how adorable. I love that. So yeah, being mindful of the energy you surround yourself with is super important. Oh, nice. My wife and I will be in Orlando in April. So warm thoughts until April 6th. You got it. I'm so excited for you. Hopefully you're staying on property. If not, you're still in Florida. So April is going to be perfect weather for you. I'm excited. Okay, let's get back to it. So something that I took away from the book is don't judge yourself based on someone else's opinion, either of you or of the experience, right? Because we've talked about how experiences and things that happen to us in our lives are neither positive nor negative. But the way that we categorize them, right, is going to dictate our feelings about that specific event, right? Something that you find very positive for someone else could be extremely negative. And just knowing that we are the ones that create that meaning is super important and powerful, because you're able to adjust that perception, right? So you're not locked into that. It is not fact. It does not mean that because you had a quote unquote bad experience that you can't shift your perspective and maybe learn something from that experience, or, look at it from somebody else's point of view and kind of change the narrative. And that's really what we're going to talk about today. Something I found very interesting is the easiest way for someone to control your will, right, and your way of being, is for you to give them permission to do so, because essentially you're doubting your own capacity to make a choice. All right. If you are allowing someone to have that hold over you, you're allowing them to do that. It's not them taking control and you are the victim and you are helpless in the situation. You're allowing that to happen. Right. So let's, for example, you just bought a new sweater. You're so excited. You got this new sweater. You're like, yeah, it's really trendy. Like I look good in it. I love the color, the feel, the cut. Oh my gosh, I love this sweater. And someone comes over to you, maybe someone that you really respect and love, and they say, oh, nice sweater. Where'd you get that one? Like, or haven't seen that one before, giving you a sarcastic compliment. You have a choice to either allow that to affect you or brush it off. And I know that sounds very trivial and just a very simplistic example, but if you are not feeling confident in your own skin, right, or feeling secure about your decision to wear the sweater or purchase the sweater or whatever the case may be, You're allowing now the other person to influence how you feel about it. There's an anhinga over there, and I just wanted to zoom in for you. If you're new to the channel, I do enjoy bird watching. So whenever I see a bird, I try to highlight it on the stream for you. Oh, this espresso's getting very cold. But yeah, so the moral of the story, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard this before, but don't give someone else power over your feelings, right? People cannot make you feel a certain way. It's how you're responding to the things that they are saying and doing, okay? That's something that took me a long time to really understand and realize, is like how someone acts, behaves, speaks, or interacts with you. They're not making you feel a certain way. You are responding to them in a certain way, right? Because if someone is making a comment about your sweater, right, and you are feeling some type of way about it and you're very upset, maybe if that same comment was made to somebody else, they would say, ooh, they would not let that comment affect them, right? So again, based on your perception of the situation, maybe your relationship with the person can also dictate your feelings on it. But you have control over that. That's the moral of what I'm trying to say. All right? And without your awareness, you can kind of spiral out of control. All right? Think back to just a few days ago. Maybe you spent a lot of time with family, a lot of time with friends, and you became a little reactionary. That happens, right? But understand that those people or those situations, they didn't, how do I word this? They didn't have control over you. You have control over you. And whether you're allowing that person to take the reins, that's really up to you. Okay, so many photo op spots here. How cute. Love that. Now, in this book, they talk about, excuse me, how we have a narrator in our life, right? You are not your thoughts. So the narrator can be either the ally, which is, you know, somebody who narrates in a more positive light, or the parasite, something that narrates in a more negative light. And you are technically neither one of those, but that voice lives in your head. And you have both of them. We all do. It's just, that's the way it is, okay? That's how we are. So if you are not able to recognize that negative talk, whether it's going on internally or externally, right? That can unfortunately inhibit the power of your intent. So whether someone is saying something negatively to you, or if you are just spiraling in negative thoughts, that is going to dictate your intentions moving forward, your actions, your behaviors. Ooh. We have a woodpecker. Oh, he was on the tree, and now he's gone. It looked like a downy woodpecker. Sorry, we missed it. All right. We have the quiet pool. This is one of my favorite pools on property. It's so nice. It's like, what do you call those? Like a step-in or a walk-in pool on the shallow end. You just kind of walk in. It's really fun. But yeah, now we're gonna get to the cabin side. I'm gonna show you this and then probably head back inside because I'm chilly. But the cabins are super cool and I'd love to stay here. I'd love to stay here one of these days. Hey, Christina, good morning. How we doing? And again, if you haven't already, hit that like button, please do. Spread that good karma. It'll come back around. That's what we need this time of year in this limbo between the holidays, right? Hit that like button. Consider subscribing. turn on the bell for all notifications so you'll be notified every time I go live. And also, I would like to give a huge shout out to my amazing Patreons and YouTube members, because you're all super amazing and you have supported me throughout 2025, and I appreciate you. So thank you so much for being so amazing. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, you can go to learningwithlau.com or patreon.com/learningwithlau, and you can see what level is right for you, because you get different perks depending on the level. All right. It's so nice and peaceful over here. You can go on a little walk in the morning, go on a run. I love that they have these, I'm freezing. I'm so cold. I love that they have these barbecues here. Oh, this one's out of order. What's happening? What's happening here at this resort? And then they have the garbage there too as well. All right. All right. An important thing to know is that you cannot accept negative talk as fact. Okay? This is a big deal, because some people get in their heads, right? And they start spiraling out of control. And I do this with my friends all the time. First of all, here's another bridge. We love it. Set those intentions on one side, cross the bridge, become a new person. Okay. When they're spiraling, I say, okay, what is the information that we know here? What are the facts? What is true, right? And then I try and remove the emotion out of it. What do we know that is exactly true? Okay, let's do an example of my friend didn't receive a text message from a guy that she's interested in, right? So I said, well, what happened exactly? And she says, the guy didn't text me back, so he's clearly not interested. And I say, no, what happened? You did not receive a text message. That's what we know. That is the facts, right? That is what happened. What you're attaching to it is the guy is not interested. And maybe he's not. We don't know that. But that's an emotionally charged response. Maybe the guy's phone is dead. Maybe he is busy because it is a crazy time of year. We don't know. All we know is you did not receive a message back. And hey, ladies, that's not fun. Obviously. But again, focusing on what is fact and what is emotion is huge, okay? So you need to separate the truth from your opinion. Or, in other words, oh, there's a deer. Hold on, hold. Oh, now you can't see it. Oh, it was right next to the cabin. I don't know if you could see it anymore. Oh, man. That was cool. It came like right up to the cabin. Okay. What am I saying? Separate truth from opinion. So get to the root of what is actually occurring in real life, not in your brain. Or, I'm sorry, not in your mind. And what I love is there was a great quote, something that, hey, if you're taking notes, you could jot this down, but I'll repeat it twice because I love this so much. I wrote it down word for word. I am only responsible for the clarity and integrity of what I say, not what others hear and feel, because I don't control others' perception. Oh my God, how brilliant is that? This is a major lesson that I learned this year, and I think it's something that I try and remind my people, my friends, my family all the time, because we're humans. We want to, a lot of us, we want to people please. We want to make sure that people like us. We want to not offend anyone, right? If you're a good person, these are all natural thoughts that we have. But it's important to know, because it ties back to, like, on the other end, for us, you can't attach yourself to what other people are saying about you. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this again because I love it. It's beautiful. I am only responsible for the clarity and integrity, of what I say, not what others hear and feel, because I don't control others' perception. Okay, so you can be clear with the things that you are saying. You can be intentional with the things that you are saying. It doesn't mean be completely rude to someone or, be, extremely nasty. I'm not saying that, but you can be clear and intentional about the things that you're saying, but know that you have no responsibility over how other people perceive that information. Super powerful. We're coming up to the end here, but I do like to look out at the sunrise through the trees. It's so pretty. All right, so think about that. And also the reverse happens, right? You should not feel triggered by what other people are saying, right? They are being intentional and they are voicing their opinions. Don't attach yourself to some sort of emotional response. Don't be triggered, accept people from where they are and, know that you're responsible for your response. Now, this is something that is very challenging for people. It's easier said than done. I still need to be held accountable with this as well. But if this is something that you really want to work on in 2026, if this is something that you find that you've been very reactionary and internalizing a lot of things that people are saying, I can help you with this. I am doing, and I've talked about it on other streams, doing a 31-day program in January. It's all about your one word, but I'm going to give you tools and ways to implement this one word. And I'm going to give you some extra bonus, fun little tips on how to live a more productive, a more joyful and purposeful life. So if you are interested in that, definitely take a look in the description. I think it's the first link that's up there. Check out the link, fill out the application, and there's only a few days left because starting January 1st is when we're going to start the program. So if you're interested and you're like, I really need to do something different. I'm feeling stuck. I'm feeling like I'm doing the same things every day and nothing is changing. You want to build that community of people. You want to be happier every day and wake up and feel like, okay, I'm living my purpose. This is for you. Okay. It's probably one of the lowest cost programs that I have. So I'm like, was I crazy when I created this? But you're going to get so much out of it. I have 4 group coaching calls within the program. You're going to get a new chapter workbook because it's called New Year, New Chapter. You're going to get a workbook that's going to have prompts for every single day of January, plus some bonus stuff. There's the deer. Oh my God. Oh dear. Okay, wait. I don't want to move because I want you to see it. And you'll also get a 45-minute one-on-one coaching call with me. All right, so we can really personalize this plan for you. I hope everyone is seeing this. Bambi's here. Like real life Bambi, okay? So if this is something that is interesting to you, definitely fill out that form, apply, and I will reach out to you later today. You'll also get some special pricing on my 90-day transformation program, so you can check that out as well. This is the coolest thing. Look how close this deer is. Wow. Hey, Annette. Good morning. Lynette says, what if others' opinions continue to bring you down? Lynette, we're going to chat more about this. Something that I do want to mention as well. I just don't want to speak too loud with this deer right here. Hey, Christina. With my Patreons, because I know that I've been slacking on the group coaching calls the past 2 months with like the holidays. It's been crazy. My Patreons, you will get one of the group coaching calls for January for free. It's a 45-minute group coaching call. I will also have them recorded. So for people that join the program as well and you can't make the coaching call, you'll have a recording as well. So, Lynette, we're going to talk all about that. Okay? I'm obsessed with this. This is the coolest thing. Okay? There's a deer very close to me. I'm sorry, now I'm yelling. And he's like, what? So just to give you perspective, this is without it zoomed. And here we are zoomed. I'm obsessed. So cool. Ooh. He hears the buses. All right, and today on the Patreon, my Patreon page, learningwithlau.com or patreon.com/learningwithlau, I'm going to post the group coaching call topics so you can let me know which one you would like to, attend, and I'll give you the link for that. Yeah, he's eating the little berries. Or she, we don't know. There's also a really great exercise in the book that I want to share with you, okay? So if you decide to do this exercise, I think he's gonna come out on this road. Is he coming out? I don't know. Oh my God, I love this. Wow. Wow. This is the coolest thing. With the sunrise, okay, what a screenshot. He's like eyeing me up. Hello. Oh. Ooh. I think he got spooked. It's okay. Wow. Super cool. Okay, so here we go. You can write down your biggest judgment about yourself. Because again, we're focusing on how do we improve ourselves? How do we move forward? Ooh, ooh. I'm sorry, I'm very distracted by this deer right now. Wow. All right, we're gonna let Bambi roam free. That was fun. That was really cool. I mean, thumbs up for Bambi if you haven't already hit that like button. All right, here we go. Let's continue on our journey. Okay, so what I want you to do is write down your biggest judgment about yourself. It could be something about your mindset. It can be about your physical appearance, whatever it is, whatever your biggest judgment is that maybe you hear in your mind every single day. All right, then you're going to go through these questions. You're going to ask yourself, did I learn this from someone else? Where did this judgment come from? Was it something that was said to you as a child and you've held on to that forever? Maybe it was something that you thought once in your adolescence, right? An experience happened and you now have that judgment about yourself because of that one experience. Think to yourself, where did this come from? Okay? And remember where you learned it, right? Where were you when it happened? Recreate that in your mind. And then think to yourself, have you repeated this judgment about yourself to someone else? Okay? I don't know. I don't know why this came to mind, but bushy eyebrows. I don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with weight. It is physical appearance, but whatever. Let's say you forever you're like, oh, I hate my eyebrows. They're just too hairy or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's something that you've continually told other people, like, oh yeah, my eyebrows are just like honestly the worst, right? So think to yourself, like, where did I learn this? Like, was it told to me from someone else? And then have you repeated that to someone else, right, about you? Then think, how has this judgment shaped your actions? Maybe your bushy eyebrows prevented you from taking all of these beautiful photos with your family and friends. Like, you've just totally removed yourself from them. And you see pictures of everyone and you're like, I wish I was part of that, but my eyebrows just, they're just not allowing me to do this, right? I don't know. This is a very silly scenario, but whatever, just go with it. Like, how has this held you back in your life? Okay, so you're going to go through all of these questions. And then, after you've reflected on these, I want you to ask yourself, do you still want this judgment to rule your life? And hopefully the answer is no. And if the answer is yes, then that means it's become an attachment, okay? Even if the answer is no, but you're like still allowing it to happen, this is an attachment that you have. And we talked about this, not on the last stream, the stream before, about attachments, because they don't have to be physical things. They could be, or they don't have to be tangible. They can be intangible, right? So we want to make sure that we are eliminating this attachment. Your beliefs don't exist out there in the world, right? They only exist in your mind. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat. Yes, Captain Kirk, always get to see awesome wildlife with me. Yes, of course. They're just drawn to me. I don't know what it is. We saw otters when we went to Saratoga Springs. So the most recent live stream at Saratoga Springs Resort, if you were not there, please go back. We see some otters just hanging out on the shore, which was super cool. So definitely go back and take a look at that. So again, because this is brilliant, I'll repeat it. Your beliefs do not exist, quote unquote, out there in the world, right? They exist only in your mind as long as you continue to believe them. That is huge, people. You create your beliefs. They're not true, but it's something that you believe. And if you're attaching yourself to this judgment, you're making it very real for yourself, and you're living in this toxic world in your mind. Again, if this is something you're struggling with, please fill out the form in the description below. I can help you with this. You are a work in progress, just as we all are. All right, and you can listen to the stream 50 times if you want to, but if you're not taking the actions, if you're not setting intentions and following through with them, you're going to continue to be in the same place that you are right now. And I talked about our narrators, right? The ally and the parasite. They're just simply storytellers, all right? They interpret your life in a positive way or a negative way. So think to yourself, what stories are you carrying around from past events? We all have them. We have stories about what our childhood looks like. We have stories about our first breakup. We have stories about maybe like a friendship fallout, whatever the case may be. We all carry stories. And if we're not able to identify and recognize and acknowledge that we're seeing life in a certain lens, then you're not going to be able to move past it or move through it. All right? I'm cold. I would like to go inside, but look at how gorgeous this is. I'm obsessed with this lake. I hope that you are too. If you haven't already hit that like button, what are you waiting for? Give me some good karma. It'll come back around. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you want to become a Patreon and support and get some perks. You can go to patreon.com/learningwithlau or learningwithlau.com. Again, my 31-day program for the people that are already enrolled. Just an FYI, I'm going to drop an email when the ball drops. So at midnight on New Year's Eve, you're going to get an email with your new chapter packet. You're going to have prompts and guided questions and so much more. So that's going to go, again, to the people that have already registered. The group coaching calls and times and topics will be revealed on the Patreon probably today. I'm going to do a lot of work with this today. Again, if you're already a Patreon on the top 2 levels, you'll get that one call absolutely free. So just make sure you're going in and letting me know which call you're interested in, because you can pick one of the 4. All right. And I still have some spots left, but we do start on January 1st. So you want to make sure that you're getting in before then, so that you get all the information that you need. If you're someone that's like, oh my God, this sounds amazing, but I'm going to need more than 31 days of support, you can join my 90-day transformation program and also get this bonus of January. Okay, so why not do that? You can fill out the form in the description below. I think it says, want a life coach, and then there's a link. So you can fill out that link to apply, and then we'll have a call and figure out what program works best for you. But I'm only offering that to certain people. So if you're watching this right now, that's your invitation. So let me know if that's right for you. We can chat about all of the options. I can't go inside yet. Like, look at this. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm staying in the cold because I want to see that sun emerge over the trees. Come on. And I am still drinking this espresso. Like, I think they gave me a quadruple shot. So I'm gonna get a lot of work done today. As we're nearing the end of the stream, it's not over yet, so definitely stick around. I want to do another check-in with the people that gave me the numbers in the beginning of where we are emotionally, physically, spiritually, on a scale from 1 to 10. Even if you didn't do the number earlier, I want to know. 10 being, I feel the most amazing I've ever felt in my life. I am at the top of my game. I'm ready to tackle the day and the week and 2026. Let's go. So that's a 10. And number 1 is if like, ooh, I'm really not doing so well. I'm feeling a little sick. I'm under the weather. My head is not in the right place. That's the scale for you. So scale from 1 to 10. Where are you right now towards the end of this stream? Another interview, feeling down. Okay, Christina, listen, girl, you're going to get it. This just means these opportunities that you're not receiving are not right for you. Okay? Something is going to come along that's going to fit and be your perfect match. So it's not a failure. It's a misdirection. All right? We're going to pivot. You're going to get what's right for you and you're going to be so happy. This just means that these are not right. It's okay. You're going to get there. And look at all this interview practice you're getting. Come on now. So let's not feel down about it. It's okay. You're going to get there. You're going to get there. Lynette is up to a 7. Stream is relaxing. I'm so glad. I hope I'm not. I've also, like, when I get very excited about the things that I'm saying, I get a little loud. So I'm sorry if you needed to turn down the volume. But look at this sunrise. Beautiful. Over the lake. We already have the boats taking off, heading over to the Magic Kingdom. Geyser Point, one of my favorite spots. And there she is. All right, I got to throw out this espresso now. It's too much. Okay. Sorry. All right. We are bundled up. Let's get this sunrise in the back. Oh my God. So I want to thank all of you for being here and just being intentional about your time, starting out your Monday on the right foot. You know, we got this beautiful sunrise. It's a beautiful day. It's a fresh start. I know that we're in a crazy time. If you didn't know, it's Monday. I didn't know that yesterday was Sunday. It's okay. We're in limbo between the holidays and New Year's. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you have an amazing New Year's Eve. Please be safe. Yeah, it's a little foggy. We got a boat in the background. Look at this scene. This is great. Oh my God. Obsessed. If you need support on any of the topics that we talked about today, definitely fill out the link below and apply. We can connect. We can talk about what works best for you. But I want to make sure that all of you, if you have questions, you can reach out to me via email as well. Follow me on the socials, LearningWithLau55 on Instagram. Thank you, Mark, for being here. If you want to become a Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/learningwithlau or learningwithlau.com. What else? Hit the like button. Good karma. It'll come back around. Subscribe. Hit the bell. What else? Share the stream. This was a beautiful morning. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Lynette. Have a wonderful week. What else? I don't know. That's it. You were meant to be here. You were meant to be here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So think about that. Nothing is an accident. Let's get intentional about our 1 words for 2026. Join my program, New Year, New Chapter. And that's it, guys. I hope you all enjoy. Have a wonderful week. Let me just turn this around one more time. All right, guys. Happy New Year. Let's kick some booty in 2026. See you next week at a new place on Monday, 6:35. Thank you, Captain Kirk. Appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.